Speaking of people running around, we all looked at those Jerry Rice commercials for Popeyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I is this the era of cooning for black people now? I mean, is this just going to be like this the next 4 years? Well,
I
y'all think?
hope not. I hope not, but it might be. I mean, I think it's every it's more the same, I guess, because it's always somebody doing something like that. But you will just be surprised who finally jumps out to do something like that. To me, that's how I see it.
Right.
I think it's
I
gonna be
mean,
like you said,
he's in
more
a
of the same.
commercial with a football helmet with a piece of chicken on it, rotating so he can keep playing while he eating. Come on now. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
Jerry, Jerry,
Surprised they throw the
chicken wing on.
watermelon in there
He got
with it.
chicken wing. He got chicken wing stuck to his mouthpiece. Come on now. And it literally, if I recall correctly, it literally says so he can keep playing while he's eating.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my thoughts. It's these. You talk about people. He had Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver, or one of the greatest. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's probably he's the greatest receiver. No one's broke his. I don't think anyone broke all his records yet.
Okay.
But they came close to it, but no one's broke his records.
Hmm.
He's he's been on that elite scale for a long period of time, and he does have some disconnects uh, with what's going on, and it's just about the money. That's all it is. See these people not even looking at it. Oh, they don't have anybody around them saying, "Hey, bro, I don't think that's a good look. You need to do this chicken commercial." You know what I'm saying? Just for your
Right.
brand, it's for you in general. It's all
Right.
about the money. Most likely, you have a Jewish white lawyer or agent,
Hmm.
and he's like, "Hey, I got this endorsement deal." Now, I haven't seen Jerry Rice on any endorsement deal lately in the last few years,
Right.
and I don't see him on any shows. I haven't seen him in the circus, talking about football and things like that. As a
Okay.
commentator, so
Okay.
it's about the money. It's just
Yeah.
strictly about the money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just got divorced just 6 years ago or so. He was married for
Hmm.
his wife for a number of years, so I'm pretty sure he's still paying that alimony. So hey,
Right.
and I think they might have kids is under, a couple kids under 18 still. So
Okay.
hey, it's about that money. That's all. They don't have any moral thought about it. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna get on this chicken commercial, make this check, and that's it. I'm not even I don't think it even passes his mind because he's not. He doesn't have anyone, or he's not even thinking about that. So how
Yeah.
crazy this looks.
Hmm.
So
And a lot of them don't really get paid like we think they do. And from
yeah,
his area, I don't think he was getting paid like that.
nah, these
Right.
Probably to his back end, a lot towards his end of career, but not all through the '80s and all that to the early '90s. I don't think he was getting paid like that. So
no, most of
Yeah.
money back then was coming off endorsement deals. Towards the end of his career, yeah, he was making more money compared to the beginning. He probably would make around the same towards the end of his career. He was making it when he was an elite player because the salary cap went up.
yeah,
But yeah, hey, you still got to live that lifestyle. So I'm not
yeah,
condoning it what he's doing, but I'm just saying it's just a disconnect. He don't even care. He's not even thinking about that. It's just about the check. It's about the money. That's all.
Hmm.
I agree.
The thing that always gets me though is how a lot of this stuff just negatively affects um, well let me put it this way. I always wonder how does it affect the rest of us when things like that are happening. I think that's why it becomes important when people when high ranking or highly visible, let me put it that, highly visible African American black people, celebrities, entertainers, however they became highly visible, do certain things. I think it has that trickle down effect because, if you look at the statistics, the average white person does not know um, a black person in real life. They're not friends. They don't hang out. They don't go to their house. Not that I'm advocating that. I'm just saying that, statistically, the average, if you take 100 white people three of them might know a black person, beyond work, or beyond seeing them at the checkout or wherever else. But in terms of being quote unquote friends, it might be 100, 3 out of 100. So if they're only experienced, and because we had an incident at the school I work at yesterday, because the only time that people, unless they do life with you, the only time they see black people is based on what they see in the media,
Right.
And hip hop.
Right.
So if they don't, when you get somebody like a Jerry Rice, when you get somebody like a Kanye West, Steve Harvey, or anybody else who are making these moves, doing these things, all the rappers, and y'all know I'm not going to start the rap debate, but if that's all they know, then when they see you or any random black person, they're coming with this backlog of images, they have nothing to do with rank and file, normal, everyday black people.
Yeah.
So when Jerry Rice does this chicken thing, it's white people love chicken. White people love fried chicken.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, especially
They
from
do.
the South and stuff like that. They like fried everything from the South.
They do, but that's a black people stereotype.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, I've seen white people push black people out of the way to get their fried chicken.
Yeah.
But you ask the average person, oh yeah, well, black people just love that fried chicken.
Right.
And watermelon.
Yeah, and watermelon. It ain't. They sell watermelon in every supermarket in the country.
Right.
You can't tell me, even in the middle of, I'm trying to think of the whitest place I can
Whole
think of.
Foods.
Des Moines, Iowa. Whole Foods.
Yeah,
Whole Foods.
Right,
Most black people don't shop at Whole Foods.
Yeah, the Whole Foods.
And guess
who
got watermelon in there?
Yep.
Gee. But it's just that's the only thing. I know Jerry Rice, like you said, Chicago. He's looking at the money and for that, and probably just took the check and kept on about his business. But how it affects the rest of us, how it keeps that thing going. And then he's got one of the commercials. He's talking like the other lady. He might as well just wore a dress, since the goal, as we always hear, is to put the the black people in a dress, black men in a dress. Now he's just talking like a woman. So at least he didn't wear a dress. At least he didn't wear a dress.
Hey, quick question. Wasn't it like a year or so ago? Didn't Mary J. Blige have a Popeyes commercial? But it never came out because it got leaked. Like the behind the scenes got leaked. I think it was Mary J. Blige, and she had a Popeyes commercial. She was singing about chicken, and it was about a year or so ago. Let me Google search it. It was about a year or so ago, and she got so much backlash that she didn't take the money, and she wound up canceling the commercial. I think it was Mary J. Let me see.
I see one for Burger King with her. I don't see Popeyes yet.
Okay, maybe it was Burger King. Okay, it wasn't. No. Yeah.
Well, she can't be too happy. She can't be too happy after singing for Hillary, because I'm sure she was auditioning for Hillary's inauguration ball.
Okay, it was Burger King. Okay. Yeah. Well, it was about
chicken,
things about chicken for Burger King. Right. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So, but I don't think it came out. I think that was like behind the scenes. It was TMZ released that way before it actually hit the airwaves, and she backed out the contract with him or something like that. So
yeah, they pulled an ad, but the damage was already done to her brand.
Yeah, because it got on YouTube because TMZ released all that crap and it started hitting Twitter and everything. When that stuff came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. I only saw Mary J with her Hillary thing. So, it's amazing.